Hello, welcome to DK Bojack. That's just me sitting down, the noise anyway. I am painting on the deer in spring, and I'm glad you joined me. I'm gonna get a little bit of white. I can see a little bit of white around her nose. And this is Blick acrylic titanium white. And it must just be a marking on her body, so I'm just gonna paint that in. And her mouth isn't really white, but I'm just gonna make it white. Right there. There we are. And this part of her leg is a little bit lighter, but it's not quite white. It's sort of an off-white. So I can take a little bit of the brown and the white together and make that sort of off-white color. And probably a little bit of the, probably need a little bit of the raw sienna too. Yeah, I'll be going back over that with a little bit of more raw sienna. It's a bit too white. Okay, just a little too white. She also has a little bit of white around her eyes. She's quite lovely. I don't know what type of deer she is, but you get the white around her eyes. A little bit lighter on the ears there. And there's a little bit over here too. In fact, I'm seeing a little bit of pink in there as well. Okay, so I'm going to switch up to black for now and do the eye, put in her eye. And this is actually black gesso. Gesso's a deeper pigmented paint. It has more pigment, is what I mean. Or more rich pigment. There we are. And she really doesn't have beady little eyes. Her eyes look bigger than they are here. I couldn't imagine a deer with beady little eyes, so we're gonna make them bigger. And we don't see her hooves, but we're gonna see her nose for sure. So I can paint the inside shape of the nose. A little bit more square right there. And then the black sort of fades off, and her muzzle, oh, it's not muzzle, but you know, this part of her face that comes down and meets her nose has a little bit of a, like almost like a 6 o'clock shadow on it. There we go. We're gonna make it that color. There we go. Yeah, I might have to redo that white. Again, I'm gonna spread it around because it is gesso, so it's got more pigment. I've got to move fast, and I've just got my brush wet and I'm moving it around. I can see a little bit at the base here, not much. And if I didn't get it off there quick enough, I just have to paint over it again. Okay. I'm just moving quickly to get it back off of there. And she even has a little bit of a line, like a tear line kind of. So right off the eye. And that 6 o'clock shadow kind of goes up her nose a bit as well, a little bit. Blend that out. I'm gonna blend out that line. I've got like a line coming down to the center. I don't need that. But she's looking good. She also has a little bit of eyelashes. It's just adorable. I can get that on there. It comes right off the top here and then out. And same over here. Yeah. She's a gorgeous deer. Okay, so I'm gonna put the line underneath her mouth all the way around. I'll give closure to her face. There we go. Blending it out. And she's looking pretty sturdy there. I think that there is shadow. I can see a little bit of shadow where her leg meets her torso. See if I can get that in there with some brown, a little bit of brown. I think that would probably do it. It comes on up to a line here, and then her center. Yeah, I'm liking her face. She's looking good. She has a little bit of shadow over here as well. There we are. And I've got to blend this just a little bit because it's got kind of a big chunk of brown there. I don't need that big chunk of brown. I'm just going to blend it out. And I'm just taking my brush, a damp brush, and wiping it around, moving it around, moving that paint around. I'm a paint pusher. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to also add a little bit of the shadow to this leg as well, which is going to be right on the inside of this lighter color. And down. There we are. So I've got a little bit of the shadow going on, and it's going to be much easier to do the shadow with oil. So I do not have to be concerned about it right now. Thank you for joining me for this video, and I look forward to the next one, and I hope you join me for that one as well. I'm going to continue on this deer. I will at some point switch over to oil, but she's coming along just fine. I'm glad you joined me today. Please subscribe to DK Bolljat and share it with your friends and people that, you know, want to learn how to paint. This is pretty simple, and it could be easy enough for somebody to come watch it and learn how to paint a deer. It could be fun too. So anyway, yes, please subscribe to DK Bolljat, and I will be talking to you in the next video. God bless you.